Alright, Psycho Doggo, back continuing my 100% practice walkthrough. One thing to be aware of is I changed the settings in my recording equipment. I watched a bunch of the videos and I was wondering why the game looked so much worse in the recordings than it did on my TV. And I actually went through the settings and realized I had it set to, record at 720 as opposed to 1080, which is just super unnecessary because obviously I'm not looking at it at 720, and so I was wondering why the videos were different, but I did fix that, so hopefully the quality of the videos improve so that it's visually pleasing. You don't get nearly as much static on your screen. But we are the dungeon, so just to clarify if you are confused, the Irithyll dungeon. We're at that bonfire and it's time for the dungeon. So this is a pretty tough area, but it is my favorite of the game, if we're being honest. It's very exciting, tough, dynamic enemies. So we're just going to go ahead and knock this area out. Before you get started with this, just make sure you are fairly well rested. If you're like tired, you're playing late at night, this might not be the best area to start with. But we're going to go ahead, head on into this place. So we have all these guys laying on the ground. They're alive. There's a whole bunch of those zombie guys in here. They are not super dangerous, but one thing to be aware of in this area is honestly you might want to just swap your cestus with a torch. Actually, we can't even do that. You're going to want a torch on in this area, so I'm going to swap my shield with a torch. There's nothing really that I would say you want a shield for in this area. The enemies just aren't this type, but make sure you enter all these rooms. Ignore that horrifying screech. I've been trying to figure out what makes that noise. I've never successfully, stopped that screech from happening. I think it's just mean on the game's part. But just make sure you enter all the rooms that you can. One is locked, and we'll grab the key for that later. I was very careful to take good notes on keys, so this one's locked. So we'll grab that in a minute. And then jailers. So when they do that, if you are in their line of sight, they will sap your health away. Also, that brand, if you let that hit you, not only does your Estus heal you by less, but it also will stun lock you until you die. But they're not beefy, so just turn the corner and just beat them down. As you can see, health bar shrunk a little bit. That's going to continue happening. There's a bunch of jailers in this part. They shouldn't kill you, but I mean, they'll annoy you. So that was a trap right there. If you go straight for the item instead of going straight for him, he'll lunge out and he'll knock you off and you'll end up down there. Not a good place to be. So don't open that. There's also a bunch in the next room over. We're first going to deal with that jailer. Just running attack and hide. And then there's another one on the bridge. It's facing the other direction. So I'm going to sprint across and I'm just going to jump attack this jailer. Obviously we send him flying. Okay. So now that those two are dead, no more jailers for just a minute. These zombies, I think there's 4 of them. Nope, only 3 of them. Just go ahead, kill those. Now I'm going to open this. I always open these cells. Some of them have items, some have nothing. I think this one, yeah, this one's got nothing. But there are a couple of cells in here that if you open and kill the enemy, then you get an item. So just make sure that you are entering these cells. I think you get Great Magic Shield, which is a sorcery, obviously. There's a horrifying and totally unnecessary screech. So then in this room, we have a jailer and a bunch of those cage people. So just go ahead, drop attack the jailer. I killed him in 1 hit. And of course, if you really don't like these things, they are very vulnerable to pokes. So as you can see, you can one-shot them if you just throw on the Baymore. But just to show you how we are doing with our Black Knight sword, a charged heavy will also kill them. So you don't need to focus on getting the extra stab damage. They have the bad looking barrels in here, but they don't have the spirits that come out and hit you, so you don't have to worry about that. Grab the soul item to the right, and then you are going to want to come over here. As you can see, there's an item, but it's locked. I don't remember what that item is, but we're going to get it. We just got to go get the key first. So we are going to go ahead and we're just going to clear this whole side. This is a dead end, but we're still going to clear to the end of it for item purposes. And then we got another room full of these. This is the room with 4 of these guys, because this one on the ground is also alive. Oh wait, no, he's not. That one on the ground still alive. I knew one of them on the ground was alive. So you get the old sorcerer set. Continuing along. Are any of these guys alive? No, they are not. But then this thing, it's going to grab you as soon as you open it. Maybe not grab you, but it's definitely going to hit you as soon as you open it. So this is why you want the torch. Go ahead, open this on up and roll frantically, trying to get away. And then we go back to the old strategy of one swing with the torch, one swing with your sword. One swing with the torch, let that stamina recover, one swing with the sword. One swing with the torch, and he's gone. And you get great magic shield for killing him. So, cool stuff. And that's the end of the bottom over here. So now we are good to go ahead and cross the bridge where we killed that 3rd jailer. Yeah, the 3rd jailer that we killed, that bridge. I'm going to go ahead and top on up. There are a number of enemies in this area that will refill your Estus as you kill them, so you don't have to conserve as strictly as you might otherwise. Also, at any point, you can always run on back to the bonfire and you're safe. So that door is closed. Then at the end of this hallway, there's a jailer. I don't like that. You are just going to want to do a dead sprint for him into a jumping attack to knock him down. So sprint, 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 and as you get close, jumping attack. And it knocks him down. Just go ahead, boop him again, and he is done. Then we're going to want to come into this room because we want our precious item. And you want to come in here. There's another thing. There's a thing on the wall just ahead. It is nice. It's a friendly, or at least it doesn't aggro, and you can't lock onto it. I'm going to kill it though because I am not a good person. And I also don't have a thing for monsters. Go ahead, lift this thing on up. Come around, and now we can open that gate. And now it's a free run back to the bonfire. Pretty quick to get back here. You can actually just run past all the jailers. But before we go any further, we are going to want to bust this open as well. Grab this item. Jailbreaker's Key. So Jailbreaker's Key will allow us to immediately come over here. And open up a shortcut. We're not going to take this shortcut yet, but you can open it. Just outside there is one of the Dragon Crest rings, maybe the Lingering Dragon Crest or the Bellowing, I'm not sure which. So one will either lengthen sorcery times or enhance them, I'm not sure which. So now we have a room full of jailers. So you're going to want to make sure throwing knives or fire bombs are equipped. I'm going to equip fire bombs. And you're going to want to free aim a fire bomb to hit one of the jailers. There we go. Then he's going to take off and try to run up here. Come on. There we go. You want him to come all the way to the top of the stairs. Oh, and he hit me. That's okay. Yeah, he booped me right there. And he dropped his britches. Sir, you need to quit dropping your britches. There's 2 more jailers in this room. One's just around that corner. We're going to aggro him as well. Oh, boy. Oh, my free aim is off. I lost my free aim. Man, you start doing a walkthrough, stop doing PvP, and you lose your free aim abilities. Okay, he's coming. I am going to heal up for this because that other guy actually did some damage. Come on, buddy. Once again, let him come all the way to the top of the stairs. Oh, he stopped. Sir. Oh no. Oh, I might die. Oh, and I fell. That was really bad. That was actually probably the worst run of the area, and then the crystal lizard got away. I'm going to ignore that crystal lizard. Holy cow, he almost got me. So that was... I was just playing Sekiro, and so I was pressing X to try to roll away, or to try to run towards him and do a jumping attack, which is obviously the incorrect control. So there are those two jailers. That one stopped on the stairs. I'm going to pass this guy as well. God, I'm going to see if I can sprint. Oh, I did it again. I'm going to see if I can sprint past these guys. I can. Alright. Just reset the encounter, because I am trying to demonstrate the correct way to go through this area, so I don't want to mess up like this. It doesn't help you guys if I'm just out here making mistakes. There we go. So you're supposed to jumping attack him, and then that one right there, you're going to drop attack. Okay, and that's the correct way. Now, at this point, you would come in here. This guy will aggro on you, but you can just kill him in 2 hits, so not a problem. Now you get a simple jam. Yay, another simple jam. I don't know what else I would use it on, but now you have it. And then you would come out here, you'd kill these two. So you unfortunately have to be on the other side to open that door. But we're going to continue. There's a trap just ahead. The crystal lizard's going to run away. I would highly recommend just chasing after it. You're going to get hit from the left, but just try to kill the crystal lizard. The damage won't be intense. But because the crystal lizard already got away from us, we're not going to get caught in this dude's trap. Instead, we're just going to kill him. And okay, so now we're safe. We're going to go ahead and bust this open. I don't remember there being a reason to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. Yeah, he didn't give us anything. Alright. I don't remember exactly where the crystal lizard is. I think it's right about here. So I'm going to do a quick little quit out, because I do want to kill that crystal lizard. Okay, Bandai Namco, let's go. And it is nice to be able to look at my timer now and not have to stress over the 15-minute mark, because that is just such a restrictive mark when you're making these episodes. You. Oh. Okay. He's dead. We get our Titanite scale. Now at this point, there are 3 enemies just ahead. But what we are going to do for the sake of this walkthrough is we are going to ignore them for now. Instead, we're going to go back to the bonfire. And actually, that'll just let me end the episode within 15 minutes as I usually do. But we're going to run back to the bonfire because we opened that shortcut up. So I'm going to show just how to go ahead, backtrack to the bonfire, and then we can continue using that shortcut. Oh boy. It's one of the nice things about this area is there's so many little shortcuts that just let you progress and then backtrack and progress and backtrack. So it's that shortcut down at the end of the hallway. But we're going to head back to the bonfire. What's nice is you only have to deal with 2 jailers that you can sneak up on really effectively. And other than that, you're just safe to go ahead and take that shortcut. And we will grab the ring that is through that shortcut as well. Go ahead and rest. It's going to end this episode. In the next episode, we will continue making our way through the dungeon. So, thanks for watching the video, guys.